Forward to this happening and this going through, yeah.
And then again, we go back into using it as a tool for us for the business portion of it. I mean, whether we're gonna get discounts on car rentals, we have aras. I mean, for instance, just aras in general. To get a ga'a in the Hyatt, to go anywhere, you can go in there and say, I have this many people in my community. Give us a deal on the ga'a for one set price or whatever it is. You have a pull. You have the ability to get discounts. We use it for our advantage. You know?
Can I ask everyone here a question? Very simple question. If this does work out, in 20 years from now, how many members would this group have? Wouldn't it triple, quadruple? And then you have a real pool. Right now it feels like, oh, it's only 60 people. But in 10, 15, 20 years from now, you're going to be 3,000 and 4,000, 5,000 and 6,000. And that's when you have real kima. Right now, we're going to do our best. We have to sacrifice. There's no doubt about it. But in order for us to reap that benefit, we actually have to make the sacrifice now. There's no reason why the Yahud are so strong and they're in power and we know, or the Americano, because they're one. And we want to be the same. And we are, alhamdulillah, smart. And I feel like we could do it better. You know, we're stronger, we're smarter than the next man. So that's what I think.
One of the things about us, I mean, one thing about Hanina and us in general is probably 90 to 99% of us own our own business, don't we? We own our own business. We run the show, right? So why couldn't we make something like this work? You know, we are born leaders. We are really born leaders. So I mean, it's not bad. There's no insult to anybody that works for a bigger corporation or somebody else. But more than likely, somewhere down the line, if you are Hanina, you are learning something because you have something else ticking in your brain. Like, I'm just gonna learn this so I can open up a business just like it.
Just a quick side note. Muhammad, where's Muhammad? Muhammad is going around with the notepad. If anybody comes up with wants a question asked,
so you guys
Muhammad will write it down, and then he'll bring the questions up. So if you got a question, call Muhammad and let Muhammad bring it up.
Especially so you guys don't forget it anyway. So we're gonna move on. So from the business relations, we want to make sure that we come in as one voice, so we have the ability to work together and kind of reap benefits and get incentives from those type of businesses. The next thing is, I mean, one of my biggest things is, or one of the most important things to me is a directory, an updated directory. If you guys ever seen those books, they come in a book, Beit Hanina, and it gives you all of the first and last name of every family member, of their hamula, their address. When it comes time to do the invitations, for instance, when you do invitations for aras, you sit there and you try to go through your phone book and you have old phone numbers. You don't know who to send the addresses to, stuff like that. Something as simple as just names. So we don't have anything like that. Cleveland does.
Anybody wants to address their question or anything like that, make sure that you guys say your name and who you are, because that way everybody knows who you are and where you come from.
And Abu Abid just made a good point. You know what? If you got a question, raise your hand, and so that way you can be heard yourself.
Exactly. So, and we need to know. Make sure you tell them
raise your hand,
who you are,
guys. Raise your hand.
Where you're from. So that way they know who you are.
Just raise your hand.
Okay.
I mean, it might even be a good idea for everybody just to go all the way around. No, we did that already.
So about the directory, we want to make sure that we compile all current information, and we want to update it annually, update it on a yearly basis, even if you don't move. But just for our own information, we want to make sure that we update it either online, have that online, and then we also have it on a hard copy on paper. And we'll make it into a book form and get them sent out. Yes. You guys hear that?
You guys all hear that?
Cleveland and Dearborn actually have a whole, it's almost like a yellow pages, just of all the Hanina in it.
When I'm done, I'll give it to you.
Okay? All you need is basic information. You know, just first name, last name, the hamula, their phone number, and address. That's it. So all we want to make sure we keep that updated on a regular basis as well. Another important aspect of our meeting is to find a location. Find a centralized location for us to hold meetings, future meetings. Something that's between everybody. We know that some of you guys are coming from San Francisco, some of them from San Leandro, from Oakland, and then we came from Sacramento. So something centralized in the area, and we'll kind of work on that.
Cali? Cali, go ahead.
بالنسبة للlocation, just an idea يعني, عشان like you said you're from Sacramento, we're جايين من Fairfield, Oakland, San Francisco, and so because right now we're in the too early stages of buying a car or any of that area. احنا بدنا نحكيها عن نسبة for example, like we get a non-profit organization and we go out with the قاعة and we send out emails to everybody saying, okay, our next meeting is going to be held here. We already have it's already been paid for at this location, and it could be any other location. It could be like the Eagle, or it could be in Sacramento.
Moving around from area to area.
Yeah, it could be. We can move it. It doesn't have to be one specific location.
I will also like to make another suggestion. We can be able to locate 3 different locations. For gatherings in different areas. Like for instance, we can make one like in San Francisco, Bay Area, the Valley, and what we can do, we can be able to rent. And let's say for instance, rent the space on $1,000, and each area can be able to handle its own expenditure, يعني for at least for the time being. And إن شاء الله في المستقبل يعني إذا بلاقينا يعني في إخوانس يعني a center يعني which is suitable for everyone that we can be able to purchase in the future, then that would be يعني the most.
And that'll be used for
the most ideal يعني.
Aras, Hinat, and baby showers, wedding showers, whatever. Obviously, we don't have to towards buying our own stuff.
We do, a suggestion.
We spend it anyways, renting.
If you count the money we spend in weddings, we can buy a car in a year. You guys, hold on, let me ask you guys this. I know
a big garage in your house.
A lot of the fathers here who've married their sons off understand and know how expensive an artist is. Artists these days, a minimum is 75 grand is what we're spending on our arayas. That's haram.
Yeah, it is.
Wallah, that I tell you guys straight up.